Hello, today I would like to show you quite interesting device. This is a portable DMX tester. And first we have to tell ourselves what is a DMX. DMX is a protocol that is used for remote controlling different kind of staging equipment. That can be, for example, a lightning, that can be a lasers, that can be a different motorized devices that are going to be moving at certain point. And here we are going to the most important part. For controlling, you are using today a computerized software with a USB interface, and you can plan a whole concert or like a stage event, because that don't have to be related for music, that can be for a different theatrical use. And you can have a whole play arrange. You just hit a play and computer is controlling all those things and it's running them. So you've got like a beautiful light scenes, light sequence going on off at the certain point of time. But as you can imagine, you are going to have a lot of wiring, you are going to have a lot of different devices, and you can have a device that is not working and you have to fix it, you have to try to debug it into a field. And this is where this device came into use, because you can have it in your pocket, you can climb through the ladder, you can go through the scaffolding, you can plug yourself into the device and you can check what's going on, you can check the ID of the device. So in that small form factor, you are going to get a lot of good debug tools. DMX 512 means that you can control 512 China device, but it doesn't mean that one device is going to use only one channel. If you've got like a regular bulb, you can control the brightness with one channel. You can send the information from 0 to 205. But if you've got like RGB lamp, you've got more channels and you can control the separated RGB and total brightness. But you can have like a motorized devices that on top of that they are going to use like a focus, they are going to be rotating, pan, tilting, lot of things. So do not jump into conclusion that 512 is going to be 512 physical devices. It can be, and most likely be, much less. The protocol itself reminds me a lot of a SCSI. That's because the last device is going to be terminated. You are going to grab plug like this and you are going to terminate your bus. There is just a resistors inside, but each of the device that you are going to use have a address bar and you are going to assign the ID. So if you take a look, this is a RGB lamp that can spit different colors and you can adjust brightness, strobing, things like that. You've got input and you've got an output. So you connect your DMX and you can go to the other device, set a different ID, and you can control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. As you can see, we've got a 3-pin XLR as an input and the output, but you can also have like a 4-pin XLR. This is also a very commonly found standard, but of course that's not limited. I seen myself at devices that were using a RJ45 plug, and most likely on the market there are going to be a specialized connector for a waterproof, watertight, and they will be using a completely different plugs. here you can see the technical pinout. We've got a common ground, we've got the data minus and the data plus. Rest is not used, so it's just changing the form factor of the connector. Using different plug will give you a safety, because here you can plug a regular microphone cable, and what's going to be interesting, it will work on short distance, but it's not recommended because it have a much higher frequency and you are going to encounter problems in the long range, in the long run. Let's assemble our system. This is our system. The first thing that we are going to do, we are going to address our device, and if we take a look, we've got the DMX control or some sort of automatic. We are not interested in that. We are going to set the dip switch on the DMX to on, and then we've got a binary, sort of a binary addressing that you can select which ID we are going to get. And for us, I selected 1 to on, and that means that this device is going to be start addressed from ID number 1, and that ID number 1 is going to be overall brightness, and then we are going to get ID number 2, the RGB colors. To the output, because we are not going to chain to the another device, I'm going to put my terminator just like that, and here, because we've got a very short cable, I'm going to use a regular XLR microphone cable. So you are just going to plug it in like that, and we are going to nicely put our lamp so we've got a good visual. Then we are going to grab our tester and we are going to plug to the DMX output. Then we are going to turn power on. Our tester is booting up and we can start and doing our test. There is a lot of different options. We can create like a scene, they are called a queue. We can test the receive because we've got two receive ports. So if you've got device that is like a hardware console that is sending the DMX signal, you can plug it in and you can see what kind of data is spitting out. So you can have like a hardware check of those control devices that are sending signals. But we are interested in transmitting the DMX. So we go to the transmit. Here, as you can see, we can select scenes. Those are like memorized things that are going to execute automatically. But because this device is using more than one channel, I'm going to use that option. So let's scroll here. Operation of the menu can be complicated at the very beginning, but as you can see, you've got a cursor that is blinking, and here we can rotate the wheel and it's going to change the position that is blinking. So here I've got a help, and if I'm going to press it, you've got your action selected. Here we've got go back and I click go back. I would like to modify mode. We are here and we are changing the channel. Channel number 1 is like a generic on-off for this device. So we can go to the data. I'm going to hit OK. And we can select the value. Here you've got the information in percent. I'm going to set the value number 50 because certain value are going to make it blinking. So that is going to be safe. And we can go down. This is a raw data that are going to we show. So we've got the channel from 1 to 10 and we've got our value. So the first value is going to be 50, then 0, 0, 0. Those are the next addresses. Address number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can of course go to the next section here. We've got another 10 channel, or we can reset everything. But let's go back to the previous menu. So just we've got consistency, and we are going to select channel number 2. And now we are going to set our red color, so you can pay attention to the lamp. And I'm going to hit OK. And we are adjusting that. And guess what's going to happen? As you can see, we are sending our red color. And I can give more red. So this is how it looks like. But let's turn that down a little bit. You can see that on that camera is being not picked up very well. Now let's go back to the channel number 3 that is going to be green. Channel number 3, and we are going to change the value, and now I'm adding a green color, as you can see very nicely. We can go to the another screen and we can address it directly. So let's select here. We've got channels from 3 to 12, and I can jump over here and I can change the rough value for channel number 3, and I'm going to jump into channel number 4 and I can introduce the blue color, and as you can see we've got the full RGB. So this is how it looks like, and as you can see we are testing that just by being plugged in. We can do that in field, we can do that in any situation. And let's clear everything. Let's clear all, and as you can see it turned everything off. Let's go back and see a different test. If we go to the single channel, we've got ability to send data to every devices. If we don't know what address device got, if we go here, we've got the channel and we can select all channels. If we've got no idea whether the device is broken or not, we go to the old channel, and now we can send the value, and we are sending that value to all 512 devices. And as you can see it's sending it nicely, and we've got everything on. If I'm going to go above, as you can see we've got the blinking thing, and we can, as you can see, change the speed, because on address 1 we've got that thing. So as you can see it's working nicely. Of course we can have like a automatical thing. We can got auto on off, and we go, and it's working nice. Here we've got the speed, and we can make it go faster. So as you can see everything is working. So the device, we've got a lot of different options. We've got like a moving lamp that can have different things. You can set like a, here we've got like a dimmer, shutter, pan fine, tilt, yellow, magenta, cyan. So you've got a lot of different things that can be controlled by that system. You have ability to receive a MIDI data, so you can do a test. You can plug your keyboard and you can see what kind of data are being received. Very good for testing. We've got a cable test. So as you can see, very nice, very handy device. I hope you find it interesting. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time and bye bye.